At 10:01, we'll call to order the Salary Board for Center County. At this time, we will accept any public comment for items not on the Salary Board agenda. Is there any public comment at this time? Seeing and hearing no public comment, we'll move to the meeting minutes from our February 11th meeting. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes. Any further discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the minutes do so by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. We'll go into our first action on personnel items, and we will turn the floor over to Margaret for this first item.
Okay, thanks. Good morning, everyone. This morning, I am here to request approval of the appointment of John Franek Jr. as the county's Deputy County Administrator. Many of you know John. He has a long history in local government throughout the Center Region. He currently works for the Center Region Council of Governments, a position he's held since July of 2019. And prior to that, from 2005 to 2019, he worked for College Township. In his role at College Township, he, in essence, served as the assistant manager to the council manager and was very integral in all of the operations of College Township government. He has a bachelor's degree in public administration and describes himself as a generalist, a public administration generalist. He's been involved in planning and directing initiatives across a lot of business functions, including finance, human resources, technology, media relations, administration, and engineering, and has extensive expertise in project management. So I am pleased to present his name to you for consideration of appointment as our Deputy County Administrator, asking that he would be approved at the level of $89,564.80 per year, which is the 15th step on the range that works in accordance with his experience and where he is currently Center Region Council of Governments. So that's why we're requesting that he not start at step one and that he be placed in a position that's consistent with his experience and his current salary.
Okay, thank you, Margaret, for that great overview. I think I speak for all the Board of Commissioners when I say we're eager and excited to have John joining us. Look forward to working with him, and we're very pleased with his answers during the interview and again his credentials. In terms of we also, it looks like we're looking at potentially approving him starting at a different scale when it comes to accruing vacation and sick leave. Is that correct?
Yes, we have offered based on his experience and his current level of leave time, we're asking that he start at a period or a level where he would earn 18 days per year, and we would start him with a bank of 7 vacation days and 3 sick days.
Okay. Thank you, Margaret. Any discussion questions on this item?
No, it's a good hire and welcome aboard.
Yep. Glad to have somebody so experienced in local government.
Be a nice addition.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so we would then look for a motion for John Franek.
Motion to approve the appointment and rate for John J. Franek Jr. as the full-time Deputy County Administrator.
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Was that?
Aye. Nope.
Aye.
Go ahead.
Well, was that full-time county administrator or full-time deputy county administrator?
Pretty sure I said Deputy County Administrator.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to double check. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, let's make sure we have that right in the minutes.
All right, Margaret.
No. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Is there somebody? I'm hearing maybe an echo in the background. Was there somebody who wanted to make comment? I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Must have just been an echo. Okay. All right. So we have the motion and the second. Any further discussion on this? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. Okay. Thank you, Margaret, for the overview with John. Okay. We're going into correctional facility. We do have our warden with us. We'll turn the floor over to you, Chris.
All right, good morning, everybody. I'm here today to ask for approval to upgrade or reclassification change in a title to the position of full-time central booking coordinator. His pay rate would have been at S52A at $43,971.20 to full-time central booking lieutenant. Would be SG S54A at $48,000 effective April 1, 2021. Pay period 8. Salary budget savings for the year of 2021 would be $10,503. Savings for 2022 would be $18,986. I think this would be more of an integrating. We changed some of the job descriptions with the central booking to correlate with some of the shift lieutenants jobs, and I think by making such change, it will create an opportunity or the ability to work as one team, especially with our intakes. Right now, we don't have that, and I think we need to make that more integrating with our central booking and our intakes. Helping out the intake staff with assignments, with additional training with the officers, understanding the court paperwork and so forth. So that's what we're looking at to make that integration. So just asking the board to approve that.
Okay. Thank you, Warden. In terms of the way that this was structured, going back to, early, I believe it was 2008 timeframe, is there any requirement from how this was structured by the member entities, the local law enforcement partners, about how this was categorized, or do we have the ability to, on the county end of things, make this change?
My understanding, it's totally up to the commissioners to approve this. Apparently, when his position was developed, I'm just going by what past history, what people were telling me. It was a lieutenant's position. However, since he had no lieutenant's experience, they moved back down to coordinator, which I don't know. I wasn't here at that time, so I don't know why they didn't just give him the training of a lieutenant to understand the correctional facility, so just keep it as title as lieutenant. That's my understanding, and I'm just asking to move it back to the lieutenant position.
I can speak to. There's no restriction on how we structure that position, to the best of my knowledge.
Okay, I figured if the warden wasn't aware, the Commissioner Gershon would know. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Well, that was my only question. Only thing there. Any other questions, discussion for Chris on this?
Just wanted to thank Andy for his years of service. He did a wonderful job.
Absolutely.
I'll third that.
One thing with Andy, he is the 31st is his last day. We are going to look for something, maybe Zoom, for his retirement party. Maybe everybody can get on something with the Zoom or something. We'll send a link out to anybody who wants to step in and say hi to him. We'll be in the community room with him. So I'll be sending that out to all the department heads and everybody else and all the police chiefs that he has worked with and the judges and so forth.
That sounds great. Thank you, Chris. We will certainly be there for that. Thank you. Hearing no further questions on this, we would look for a motion to approve the upgrade.
Motion to approve the upgrade, change in title of the position of full-time central booking coordinator to central booking lieutenant.
Second, Commissioner Higgins.
It has been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion has carried. Thank you, Warden.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay. All right. For our next item, we will be joined as a voting member by our Sheriff, Brian Samsel. Brian, the floor is yours for these 4 items.
Okay, I'll start off here. I'm going to get all my paperwork moved around. I'm asking the board to approve Darlene Miller at a rate of $13.79 an hour at step 2 for her experience. She is a graduate of Penn State University, retired 20 years Army Intel, spent over 20 years in government backing up with intel analysts for DOD, FBI, NSA, places with all the letters that start everything. So done an extensive amount of work. I couldn't be happier with picking her, and I've asked the board to approve her at that rate at this level too. She's overqualified, but she just wants to keep her mind and her fingers working. So I'm happy to bring her aboard. You want me to just go through them all?
Yes, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Number 2, the promotion of Thomas Walk from sergeant to my lieutenant position has been open now since early December. He has over 19 years in the county, and he knows the position now from supplementing it for the last, him sharing the duties over the last 2 months, 3 months with Chief Deputy Weaver. And I'm also promoting Richard Hoover. I'm going to bring him at the second level on $17.49 an hour. He's moving up from security. He's a former trooper with 22 years experience as a trooper, most of it as a detective, investigator for PSP. So he's going to influx a lot of knowledge to the guys up here and the guys and gals up here in the office, just to help them get through some of the stuff they do. And we're going to teach him some things about civil, but I think it's a good choice. He's a good person for that position. And my last request is of Academy. We have Deputy Watkins in the Academy right now, and he is scheduled, trying to condense the Academy and shorten it because they had some COVID cases. They don't want people to leave. So as of March 22nd, they're going to, I think it's limited about 3 weeks. They're condensing it to some weekends. So I have to pay them for their overtime. It looks like the March 27th, 28th, each an 8-hour day. It's only for, I think, 4 or 5 weeks. The following week, it's for 12 hours for the weekend, another 16-hour weekend. Then you have a 10-hour day, so a 14-hour weekend. Then you're down to a 12-hour weekend. Then that's it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of overtime. But I don't think I have a choice. And I don't think our overtime's been really hammered over the last year or so, and especially not this year so far. So I think we should be good on that front. So I'm asking the board to approve 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the salary board agenda.
Hi, this is Kristen. I'm not sure we have to actually take action on item number 4 because he has overtime money in his budget. It's not making a budget change. It's just he'll just be using his overtime as he sees fit as a supervisor. So I'm not sure we actually have to take action on item number 4. It's more informational for the board to know that he's going to be using this overtime for his academy employees. I just want to put that out there that I don't think the board has to actually take action on it since he already has the money budgeted.
I think it's prudent to take the action regardless, just to acknowledge the extenuating circumstance.
So this would increase your overtime budget by that much, essentially, Brian. Well, that's what we'll do.
Yes. I mean, some people have voiced their. I'll just say this. I've been on emails. Some people have voiced their concern about the overtime impact to the counties. I mean, I understand that, but at the same token, cutting 3 weeks off, you're cutting 3 weeks off the academy, getting them back to the employers. And they're trying not. What happens is, I guess, the COVID's coming when they go home for the weekends. They're trying to limit them from going home for the last hurrah before they graduate, so they can get them out of there. So they don't have to extend weeks or weeks of the academy, from what I'm understanding. So unfortunately, I don't think there's a wiggle option for us at this point.
No, and I should have said, I think we're all in agreement that you need to do this. It's more about to go to what Commissioner Dersham was saying is, and to say what Kristen was saying. Kristen was essentially saying that you have plenty of money within your overtime budget currently, where you have the ability, if you want to charge it, you can do so. And I think my question would be, are you anticipating that due to the fact that you're going to need this roughly $8,000, it would be better for you to increase it at this time so that you have the flexibility later in the year where you don't have to come back and ask for additional money now? Basically, do we want to do this now or do we want to do it later?
I would say no, not now, but I do have some people going to the academy in April, and if they do this again, there'll be 3 people in the academy. I might have to come at that point. I would say no right now, but who knows what we're leading down this path with COVID and with the vaccines and stuff. So I would say no for now. I mean, we have money built into the budget for reasons like this. It's not, I don't think it's extraordinary, but it's a chunk of change, but and we haven't had positions filled for 2 to 3 months into this year. So I think overall budget scheme we're fitting right in. I'll just say that. And Jason, I don't know if you have any different opinion, but we haven't had positions filled for because of COVID. So that money is going to help my overall budget.
Yeah, Mike and Sheriff Sam. So I just wanted to weigh in that there's plenty of room in the sheriff overtime budget right now. Kristen's point, this is more informational, but if we think it's prudent to take action, I don't think it's a budget change at this point, though.
Okay, so again, from a technical standpoint, we can approve it now, and if you need more, Brian, we can always revisit this again. But you've always been mindful about overtime in the years here, so okay, all right. So we would look. Yeah, go ahead.
I pay attention to it. It's just the only thing that's going to hit me is if by the next 3 or 4 that go to the academy, the same thing happens. Then I'm going to probably have to reach out and say, hey, I need some additional, just because I can't control what they do there. Then and I can't control what this disease is doing to everything. Sure. It's putting hamper on everything. So I'll just say we leave it as is for now, and then I'll ask later if I need it.
Okay. So are you willing to make a motion for items 1 through 3 then there?
Yeah, so I'll make a motion for items 1, 2, and 3 to approval of Darlene Miller, Thomas Walk from Sergeant to Lieutenant, and Richard Hoover from Deputy Sheriff Security to Sergeant position.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on those 3 items? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. And for item 4, Brian, are you willing to just table that indefinitely until you have the need to bring that back to increase your item?
Yes, I'd ask the board to table the item number 4 and holding it until we need it, until the next academy starts.
Okay, thank you. There's been a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any final discussion? But it's good for us to note that. We have that on the record of that need, Brian. Thank you, Sheriff.
Okay.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Okay, thank you, Sheriff, again for those.
Yeah, thank you. Everybody have a great day, okay? Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
You too, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Sheriff.
At this time, we'll look for a motion to adjourn the salary board at 10:20.
Motion to adjourn the salary board at 10:20.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.